This is a $1 Lego Star Wars army. This is a $100 army, and this is a $1,000 clone army. Today I'm going to be buying over 50 Lego sets to create a fighting force for each army in Star Wars, from the Rebel Alliance to the clones. And by the end of this video, I am going to be comparing each of them to prepare for the biggest Lego battle in YouTube history with some of your favorite creators. With all that said, let's go. First up, here's $1. Now somehow I have to be able to buy an army with this. I really don't know how. So I like to call this the Wheel of Justice.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Basically, this thing is going to be determining which army we have to build at which price. Let's spin it. And it looks like we have the droid army. Now these guys were commanded around by Count Dooku and General Grievous during the Clone Wars, and they're probably one of the most derpy armies in Star Wars. Now I think $1 could get like one battle droid. I think they go for about 75 cents, which isn't too bad. But I had to buy this set, which cost me a little more than $1. So we're gonna use the rest of their parts for a little bit later. So I'm gonna name this clanker Robbot. Get it? Robbot? Robot?
No.
He's a pretty lonesome guy since there's only one of him, so I built him a giant machine gun to compensate for the fact that he's a one-man army. One thing you gotta know about him is he wants no survivors on any of the teams. Maybe he could even do a last stand like that clone from the Clone Wars. With that said, let's get back to the wheel. Now this is $25. Let's let Mr. Wheel decide how we're gonna spend it. And it looks like we have the Rebel Alliance. These guys started to fight the Empire and have a couple movies, video games, and TV shows based on them. Very popular. Now currently there aren't too many Rebellion sets available at $25, so I went on to Mercari because they give a free $10 credit when you sign up, and I was able to get this Rebel Battle Pack for only like $20. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description if you want to buy a Lego set and get the free $10 off. And after 5 days of waiting, it came in the mailbox. Let's build. This thing's actually pretty cool. We have a bit of a tiny rebel speeder with these four, so I ended up adding a commander to lead these brave boyos named Florida Man. He's also rebellious and rides an alligator. What the rebels want to do is stand up to the bigger armies, even though they are very small. But for $25, it's actually a pretty good value. Next up is a $50 army. Let's spin. And it looks like we have the First Order. And since Lego hasn't made any First Order sets in a while, since those movies were kinda trash, I ended up buying this Thai Dorito. Weird chip-looking ship, I don't know. And it fit the budget and was still available on Amazon because nobody wanted it. 5-second build montage. Now it only came with 3 guys. A pilot, a Knight of Ren, and Finn, who I swapped out with a Dark Lord Chef who can lead the First Order into battle. And they want to dominate the skies with air superiority so no one can take them down. Looks like this guy Generic Stud is going to be in charge of their army, which is kinda cool. And this next bracket is our $100 bracket, where we can actually start building a serious army. But before I can build a serious army, let's build a serious breakfast with the sponsor of today's video, Magic Spoon. And I don't know if you noticed, but one of the options on our wheel is bounty hunters. And I'm going to be hiring a real bounty hunter to hunt down my favorite Magic Spoon cereal, Frosted. It's a really tasty flavor. Isn't that right, Mando? Now, Magic Spoon is cereal reinvented. It comes in 3 flavors: cocoa, fruity, peanut butter, and the hard-to-find Frosted. It also has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and 4 to 5 net grams of carbs in each serving. It's also only 140 calories per serving. I think it's in here. I have eyes on the Dark Lord who stole it, and he has the kid. Better take him down. I'll save you, Magic Spoon. Hey, thank you, Bounty Hunter. I really appreciate that. Delicious.
What about my payment?
Oh, you want to get paid? How about some cereal?
I don't think that's gonna cut it.
Also, you would save $5 off with code RSTUDS. I'll leave a link in the description. Let's get back to the wheel. And it looks like we have the Mandalorian. Now, because of a certain show, Lego has made a lot of sets related to Mandalorians. So I have a lot to choose from. But here are the ones I decided on. 2 battle packs, the Armorer's Mandalorian Forge, and a Starfighter. An actual army. I got to work on building the Starfighter. It came with Bo-Katan and Gar Saxon, who are really cool looking. Even this blue guy. The fighter's a neat build that spins, but it's gonna need some backup. Which is why I bought some ground forces in the Mandalorian battle pack, and building it didn't take too long, but we got a total of 8 figures out of the deal, which is a big army. Plus, you get the barricades and speeder bikes, which are really useful. And with 8 figures, you could definitely beef up the ground defenses with barricades, and you also get speeder bikes, giving the mandos some real muscle. But they need someone to make them more armor. That's why I bought the Armorer's Forge. This thing came with 3 figures, including Paz Vizsla, the armorer, and Mando himself. This is the way. And I had the armorer get to work and build some armor for the team leader, your mom DeLorean. Ha, got him. And I'm going to be having my buddy Blitz controlling this 15-man army. Now, we only have 2 factions left on the wheel, and coincidentally, I happened to leave out the Republic. There was no way I was doing a $1 Republic army. But this is for the $500 army. Let's spin. Grand Army of the Republic versus the Galactic Empire. And it looks like we have the Empire. Now, since there are a bunch of them, let's go on Lego.com and pick out as many as we can. Now, what do we need that's essential to an Empire? Ooh, TIE Fighter, very nice. Let's put that in the cart. Let's get 2 of those. Looks like we also got some Snow Troopers. Ooh, those could actually be really good. Comes with 4 of them. That's not bad. $20? Let's go. Ooh, the Dark Trooper attack. That one should be fun. It comes with 3 Dark Troopers. Let's get 2 of those, yeah. Oh, right, the AT-ST. This one actually looks pretty cool. I like this one. Comes with a little Chewbacca and a probe droid. The AT-ST doesn't look too bad either. Okay, let's get one. Ooh, this one's on sale. Let's get 2 of these. And then finally, the last thing I think you need for an Empire is, of course, an AT-AT. Honestly, that'll look really cool on the battlefield next to all the other things. All right, that's a little over $500, but let's go for it. Let's wait for those to come in the mail. And stacking these up, there are a bunch of them. This is wild. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the 10-second building montage. Now I'll start off with the big walker that's dominating the battlefield, the AT-AT. This one's gonna tower over the rest of the army and is a huge troop carrier. We also have some air support with TIE fighters. I got 2 of these. Maybe they can take on the TIE Dagger. This is Obama, get down! And we also have some ground support with the AT-ST, who I built up and looks really cool next to the AT-AT. I just love walkers. There's also the 2 Imperial Marauders we just got from the Mandalorian series. And the Empire has some pretty big defenses in the sky and on the ground. Now all we have to do is put up some ground forces, like Dark Troopers from the Dark Trooper attack set. I didn't end up building the set because they aren't exactly useful for this, but I wanted to keep the figures. And also Luke Skywalker goes over to the Rebels. And then finally for defenses, I got the Snow Trooper battle pack here with 4 more troopers just to beef up the army, and they could also just set up a little barricade. But we need to choose a minifigure leader for this army, and I thought no one better than Firestar Toys' Darth Vader. This was actually supposed to be used in my Cursed Lego Star Wars figures video, but I figure he would look good here. All we know about him is that he's missing his shift at the Krusty Krab for this battle. And in total, the Empire has about 30 minifigures. Now I don't need this wheel anymore because next up is our $1,000 army. You all know what it is. The Grand Army of the Republic, run by Jedi and apparently a Sith Lord during the Clone Wars.
A Sith Lord?
Now, $1,000 is a ton of money, so I have to get as much as I possibly can with it. My options are almost limitless here. So first, I set up a command station to call in all the different forces. Got this little red one. It was $15, not bad. And with it, I also bought a Firestar Toys Schmexy Rexy figure alongside a Clone Commander Wolf. Now, once I built the command station for Rex, he realized he was going to need a lot of reinforcements, especially to take out that big AT-AT. So we needed to call in a lot of troopers, and boy oh boy did I buy a lot of Republic sets. Oh, this hurt my wallet so bad. Let's build her up. So the only way to combat is call in the ATTE with Commander Cody and some extra troopers. These guys will hopefully be able to defend the position until the rest of them arrive, but he also needed a Jedi General to come in and take on the Dark Lords on the other side of the battlefield. And who better than one of the most powerful Jedi himself, Mace Windu. He came in with 3 Republic fighter tanks and his 187th Legion for backup to take on the Dark Lord and of course Darth Vader. But clearly Rex thought these were rookie numbers. He wanted to dominate the battlefield, so he called in the 501st Legion with over 125 of them from over 30 sets, bringing this army to a total of 144 people. And here are all of the armies. Here's what our $1 army ended up turning out to be. It's Rob Bot, still kind of small, but we also have a pretty small one in the form of the Rebels. They get their spear and a bunch of troopers, which is nice, and we also do now have the addition of Chewbacca and Luke, which is huge. Then we have the Mandalorian army, which, while small, they are all very hardcore people. They will take on anyone and be great warriors, so they're really worth like 10 stormtroopers. But comparing them to the $500 Empire, they got the tanks, they got the AT-ATs, they got the TIE fighters, and the AT-STs, and the snowtrooper battle packs, and the dark troopers. 30 people is nothing to scoff at, and with Darth Vader at the forefront, it's gonna be bad. Then we have, of course, the biggest army, the Grand Army of the Republic. Now, this army is going to be led by me. For this one, I bought 26 501st battle packs, which are $20 each. I also got some of the old 501st battle packs. I bought an AT-TE Republic fighter tanks, the Clone Command Station. I went kinda nuts. And in the next video, some of my buddies like the B3, Generic Stud, TD Bricks are going to be participating in the epic LEGO Star Wars battle of all time. So make sure to hit that notification button so you stay tuned for the second that uploads. I also picked out this video for you to watch if you enjoyed this one. I think it's a really good video and you'll definitely love it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out and stay awesome.